Okay, guys, so Aclix here again. This is part two of the refinement and upgrade system here in NY-MMO. The next thing that I'd like to discuss is the shadow equipment and where you can upgrade them. So you have the robe and footgear, you have the wings, you have the light cone, and you have the weapon and armor. I'm gonna try my best to go through to them as much as I can in just one video, but if not, I'm gonna try to upload other videos so I don't bore y'all. So starting with the shadow robe or footgear, I actually wasn't pressing recording earlier, so I took one of my shadow boots and I talked to this little guy here, Mogul, and you can upgrade using your Kupo nut. Once it reaches a certain point, you will need a delicious Kupo nut in order for you to do that. You can actually use the Kupo nut that you have, which you can get from Reborn rewards and events, and then you can convert them into a delicious Kupo nut. So there we go. You can actually use this to upgrade your robe and or boots once they hit grade 10. So yeah, that's it. Let me show you guys. And it failed again. So it's not really a sure thing, but the good thing about this, guys, is that that doesn't mean that because it failed it's gonna break. Okay, so it's still grade 1 and it's not gonna lower the grade if it fails. All right, some of you guys might think, oh no, this is an easy server, how come stuff don't break? Some stuff break. These upgrades don't break, but I assure you it's not really easy to get the items that you need in order for you to upgrade them as the grade progresses more, and that which means that more items are needed and it's not really as easy as you think, even though that this is a high rate server or super high rate server. Right now it's not even upgrading. Oh, there we go. So it became grade 2, and this is the stats that it gave: critical evasion. Now, let me see if I can get help from some of the guys here. So, guys, here are some examples that I'd like to show if you actually upgrade your robe fully. So this is what I have. Well, this is one of the old gods here at server. I'm not gonna, for the sake of privacy, we want to respect them. So I'm not gonna show the equipment as much as I can. I'm just gonna show you what are the stats that would include if you actually max out your robe. So if you max out your robe, the stats that you can get is plus 50 stats, hit rate 100, flee rate 100%, maximum HP 300%, and absorb damage 10%. Now, absorb damage is one of the custom stats of the server. I'm going to try to create another video on that, which is more on the PvP side of things, though I'm not really an expert on PvP. That's why I need to. I'm gonna push that on a later time once I get feedback from the old gods of the server. So another thing is adds 20% damage reduction against miscellaneous attacks. Miscellaneous attacks include, as far as I know, the attacks from the warg, the falcon, I believe pets as well. So pets by the fort jobs of the blacksmith as well as your genetic. So yeah, and also auto life. That's another custom stat here at the server, which means that if you die, there's a 10% chance that you can get resurrected, and you can pair that with other items. And I will still check on that if that stacks, but I'm pretty there's a 60% chance that I am confident that it does. And it also gives you a 1% regen of max HP every 1 second. So yeah, it's great. So for the boots though, if you actually upgrade this to grade 10, I mean grade 30, The critical evasion is 10%, weapon blocking is 10%, and hyper skill evasion is 10%. Again, guys, I will try to incorporate that on a different video. But upgrading your boots to maximum grade is more akin to the PvP side of stuff. I highly suggest that you max out your rope first as much as you can, because that is the stats on those is more privy on the player versus enemy or player versus monster aspect of things, which of course that's, in my opinion, that's the first thing that you need to build up, because the instances here is important if you want to gain more items and gain more materials in order for you to build up your PvP stats and PvP items. Next thing that I'd like to talk about is the wing enhancer. So in this server, we have our wing system. And to give you guys an idea, on the NY-MMO server, it's usually when we talk about wings, it's equipped as the lower headgear on general equipment. But on this server, it's more on the costume side. Now, good thing about this is that if you actually upgrade it, and this is what it looks like if you if you max it out to grade 10. So these are some of the stats that you can actually get or attain. So you can just pause on it if you want to. So you can just click pause. This one though is anti-crit evasion. This is more of PvP. But then again, you have that attack speed, critical rate, movement speed, and you have that attack 20% and hit 50%, which is both, in my opinion, PvE and PvP side essential. And this one, the last part, is doubling the effects of your wing. So compared to the garment and the boots, the shadow boots and the shadow garment, guys, this is more tedious because there are a lot of stuff that you need to upgrade. And basically, this is like once you reach grade 30, it's not just one stat or option. There are four options that you need to grade 30, and in order for you to do that, you need to get them first to grade 10 one by one. Once you make this grade 10, you progress to the other one, then grade 10, so on and so forth, etc. Now, the thing that you need to use in order for you to upgrade that, which will be discussed by the NPC, by the way, don't worry about it, is the elusive feather. Now, where can you get this? So the elusive feather can actually either be via events, reborn. Oh, and by the way, this also applies to the Kupo nut. You can actually get it via NPC or in the vending area in the mall. Let me just warp there so I can give you guys an idea. So there, you can actually go to the miscellaneous shop and it is sold here. So the heroic crystal, I'll discuss that later. It's actually the next stop, I believe, or after that, after the next NPC, after the next NPC that I'm going to talk about after this one. So, but basically, once you upgrade it, you need elusive feathers, which will get you to grade 10. In order for you to make this grade 20, but it's not actually gonna show grade 20. It's more likely gonna show. Let me just. You need a mythical feather, basically. And what it does is that it will upgrade your wing to. Oh, I believe this is actually mythical, a mythical grade. So this is actually the second part of it. And this is a free item, by the way. This is your starting item. So it's actually on the second tier already of the wing system. But once you max that out to grade 10, what's going to happen is that it will now require you to use a divine feather. Now, unlike the elusive feather and the mythical, I believe you can actually get this via ice burners. Now, you can get the ice burners, and you can check the guide on the forums as well. But basically, you can get that in the or you can craft that using ice fragments, the ice burner. You can craft it using ice burner fragment, which you can get in events. So, but anyhow, going back to the topic at hand, I'm gonna try to see if I can get assistance from again the old gods to see if I can get us fully upgraded wings. So we know, or you guys know, what it looks like. So, guys, another thing, or I was able to get an example, by the way, from Jupiter Ray, one of the old and professional players here in the server. This one is the ancestral wing. Now, this one is a donation wing. There is an equivalent of this one. You don't actually need to donate to get that god tier item, but you need to participate in time trial. I will create a separate video on that one though, so I don't want to focus on it too much. But anywho, if you have the divine grade level, or the last level, which is technically, if it's kind of like the grade 30 version of the shadow boots and the shadow armor, or rather shadow robe and shadow armor, it would look like this. So you could just pause it, but as you can see, there is the custom stat there. This is an endgame stat: exceed final damage defense plus 20%, and global hit rate plus 1%. I'm not sure about this one if this works on PvE, but this definitely is needed in PvP. And then for this one, exceed magic final damage. Again, guys, you can just pause, by the way, and then just take a look at the stats one by one. And then this one, exceed physical final damage plus 10%. And lastly, it doubles the effect of your wing, but as far as I know, it is actually not. It doesn't double the exceed final damage or the end game stats, the custom end game stats. So this one is not fully upgraded, but once you reach the wing grade level 10, it should give you exceed final damage plus 10 as well, same as the other stats. I'm not sure what the pink option is, if it's global hit rate as well, but I'll check on it later. So, guys, I was fortunate enough to get someone's wing, and this is what Divide Legendary Wing Grade X looks like. The exceed final damage is actual 20%. Woo! And global hit rate plus 2%. So, guys, it's very imperative that you max out your wing. Now, you might ask yourself, do I need to actually get these heaven items or legendary items in order for, before I invest my wings? Actually, you don't need to. Now, the good thing about you investing early is that you can actually participate, or it gives you a little bit damage, or I wouldn't say a little bit even. It would give you a large boost in terms of your damage and your sustainability when it comes to participating to endgame instances such as time trial. Now, even if you have the special wings, you can actually invest on it now, or you already have a heaven wing and you don't even have a seasonal item such as this flawless candy wing. It's fine, because once you max it out, you can actually go to your vote shop, and there is, and I'm going to use the search function, and there is actually this, a scroll of wing effect transfer. You can actually buy this for only 500 vote points, which is not really that expensive. You can just vote on it for one day, or I mean, Yeah, because you can vote every 12 hours, or you can participate in events such as Guess the Number, our Jumper event, as well as our Mushroom event, wherein each win you can get 100 vote points. So yeah, that's about it.